Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Pabs, Rising VTuber and an artist, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of work on some character profiles. So here's what I've got kind of my problem, essentially. Not even really a problem, but more so of a predicament. I think predicament might be a better term for what I'm currently undergoing. So I don't know if if you're new to the audience, right, and you haven't heard of Art Fight before. Art Fight is an event that takes place throughout July. The goal of the event is effectively to post your OCs on this website, and throughout July, somebody can, and I'm using this in quotation marks, attack you by drawing art of your OC and submitting it to the site. You're split into different teams, right? So there's a few different teams this year. There's actually 3 teams. Typically there's 2, but this time they split it into comedy, mystery, and tragedy. I joined comedy myself because I like laughing. But here's the thing, a lot of these references are like more than 2 years old, and even some of the ones that are more recent I'm not fully satisfied with. I've already updated 2 of them. I made this new one for a character that I have called Hayes, which came out really well. And I'm kind of using the same style with this one here that I made for Roland today. And so what I'm going to need to do, what I'm doing tonight, right now, is that I've essentially triaged the characters whose designs I really need to revamp. I'm actually thinking of maybe taking out Ben and Penny from the roster just for the sake of having... I think having a more limited scope of characters will be more helpful for just my own logistics. But yeah, the first one we have to do is Celeste, which is... Hang on. Actually, the website is great because I do enjoy keeping it just as a reference folder for character designs. And so this is the most recent reference that I have for Celeste, where she has a denim jacket and a cute dress. I kind of want to take a different direction with her, particularly because I think she's not really a dress kind of gal until like maybe a couple years after when I think the story these characters are in would take place. I think before that she would definitely have like a more masculine sense of dress. And moreover, I think she would also kind of differentiate the clothes that she would wear on her own versus the clothes that she would wear, because of her family. Because she does have, in the context of the story, she's basically like, I don't know how to put this. There is an insane, violent noblewoman who has kind of taken over the big section of the Midwest for a little while, and she is the daughter of this insane noblewoman. And she's kind of assumed a lot of the courtly functions that the noblewoman would have to do. Well, I say noblewoman, I think that kind of describes the role that Celeste's family has. It doesn't really capture the aesthetics because the noblewoman in question, originally she was supposed to be this kind of punk rock looking lady, but I think I'm going to change it up so there's still a punk rock looking lady, or actually glam rock rather, a glam rock looking lady, and I think her sister is probably going to be the actual noblewoman, and I think the sister's probably going to be more obsessed with martial arts and kind of evil esoteric practices, so she's going to have a fairly different aesthetic to the person who is currently charged with Celeste's care, which is the punk rock woman. So I think a combination of those things is going to inform how she dresses and also how she chooses to dress for herself. I'm also going to need to pull out my sketchbook because I had a sketch of what she looked like. And also I think the logo that I'm going to use for her, but I don't... Wait, no, yeah. Okay, now I remember. Okay. What was I doing? Right. No, wait, what was I doing? Okay, no. Now I remember. Now I remember. Oh my goodness. I feel like it's been ages since I've done a proper art stream, even though I did one last week. I don't know. A week can feel like a long time. But yeah, the taller one of these is how she's going to be dressed by the by influence of the people that she's currently being housed by. So again, very kind of punk rock looking outfit. Not punk again, I need to stop confusing those. Glam rock inspired outfit. Okay. And yeah, I think this design was partially inspired by the motif of the cowardly lion from the Wizard of Oz series. Particularly since Celeste is one of the younger characters on the roster. She is very much new to all of this, so I almost thought of her as sort of like a not cowardly as in she would run away from conflict, but cowardly as in like she is relatively powerless in her situation. Which I don't know. I'm starting to rethink that. I do think that maybe that's, you know, equating cowardice with powerlessness is maybe not the best idea. I'm definitely reworking. I'm gonna need to rework a lot of this. I thought I was cooking with something by making a lot of allusions to the Wizard of Oz, but the more I kind of roll the idea in my head, the more the texture of it doesn't feel quite right for what I want to accomplish. But yeah, she's gonna have her helmet's gonna have a couple of ears. I think this is definitely gonna be one of those helmets that doesn't flip the thing all the way up. Instead, it just kind of partially opens up. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with the design that I have in mind for her. I'm going to use the phrase enforcer outfit. I'm really happy with how it came out, at least. Because I think her role in the kind of noble family is very much that of an enforcer. Uh, so to give some background, the original role of enforcer was originally her older sister's, but essentially her older sister ran away from home because she was sick of the life in the court, and she actually ran away with Celeste's blessing. Like Celeste was like, "Yeah, no, this place sucks. Get out of here. You have the opportunity. Go." But unfortunately, that did kind of leave Celeste mostly alone to deal with all of that. And so she assumed a lot of her older sister's responsibilities. Because of that, she ended up becoming much stronger than other people that were kind of in her age bracket, but also, naturally far more stressed, far more. I feel like her development was as a person was definitely maybe stymied by the kind of enormity of things that she decided to take on. Fortunately, she is always locked in, so she'll be fine. And she eventually does get to reunite with her sister, which I think is what to her matters the most at this point. Okay, yeah. But yeah, I wanted this jacket to look to again because of this whole lion situation, right? because I had her have allusions to the Cowardly Lion, the jacket is also supposed to look a little bit like a lion's mane. It looks a little bit like a feather boa, but it also looks like a lion's mane, which is, I think, the perfect balance of that I'm trying to strike here. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I do think that probably the way that I need to do this is that I do need to get a first draft of the story done, or rather, I need to. Okay, first of all, I'm not going to be able to do any of this until at least after September, right at the earliest. But once I'm done with that, I would like to try to at least get into reading visual novels a little bit more and trying to. How does this one go? Right. Okay. Yeah, I would like to get more into reading visual novels and maybe trying out RPG Maker because I want to see which one of them suits my creative style a little bit more because I know for a fact that I'm not going to be able to make like a proper Godot engine game or anything, and I'm also not going to be able to make a comic. I just don't have the ability to maintain the output that I would think I would need to have a finished comic. I don't even necessarily need for it to be successful or well done. I would just need for it to be finished, and I do not think right now or maybe ever even really I am there. So I think visual novel or RPG Maker game is probably the next best bet. And I cannot stress this enough. This is not like me saying, "Oh, that's easier than doing a comic." I think it might not be depending on what you're trying to accomplish, and especially given the stories that you're trying to tell, it might not even be the most appropriate medium. However, I do think it is a very accessible medium, and I think that's helpful for me. Comics are also accessible, but again, it requires so much work. You guys, making comics takes so much fucking work. And I'm not ready for that. Or rather, I'm not built for that life. I thought I was at some point, but I actually tried to do comics for a little bit with my buddy Raph, and that experience rather humbled me violently. I still make comics though, but I don't think they'll be. I don't think I'm cut out to tell a story through them. But that's fine. There's any number of ways to tell a specific story. Okay. Then over here. Perfect. Yeah, I was actually thinking about maybe this outfit's going to be a little bit of a toughie because I'm also going to try and think of like, hang on. What do leather pants look like? Hang on. Because I feel like I understand what leather pants should be like. I don't think maybe I fully understand them though. Okay. No, they are just jeans but made out of leather. Okay. I can figure that out. Okay, and then that's gonna be kind of like this. Very nice. Actually, I don't think the second belt adds much. I don't know. All the leather pants that I'm looking at on this results page don't really make a big deal out of belts. Although maybe this one would be good. Hang on. Let me give you eyes on what I'm looking at. Right? Like maybe this kind of square belt, or that's literally an octagon. What am I saying? Bro looks at a square and is like octagon. Okay, wrong way around. Bro looks at an octagon and is like square. Ah, jeez. But yeah, I think that might be good. Okay, so let's try this then. We'll do the octagonal belt for the second loop here. Although I don't know. Like, there's a good reason that I gave Roland a second belt, which is because he needs that for his sword hilt, or he needs that for the scabbard. I don't think that Celeste really has. I don't know. Hang on, let me look up something. Is there such a thing as a club sheath? Like, how did... Okay, apparently club sheath is a type of dress, which I had no idea was a thing. Club scabbard? Okay, there are actually scabbards for clubs. Check this out. I did not know that was a thing. Yeah. Okay. No verdad. Wait, this is for a belt saw, what? Okay, you know what? Close enough, though. Okay, wait, no. No. No, oh wait, no, Gunstock War Club. Okay. Okay, yeah, no. This works, I think. But a lot of these are for rifling or for rifles. This is different because it is a club. Oh, hey Jupiter, how you doing? Congratulations once again on the garden party where you kind of just took over a public park. That was very impressive. You know, you never think that you're able to get away with it, but then you just do it, and you can. It's how you have to move these days. You have to having the courage to do something is more important than having all of the nitty gritty details worked out. Hashtag my tea. I could honestly go for some tea. I should brew some cold brew tea overnight. But yeah, we're working on a couple of character designs. Right now I'm looking up how people used to carry around clubs in the medieval era. So hang on. How did people carry clubs? I'm specifically thinking of like ganabo. Or wait, no, hang on, I'm a genius. Baseball, bat, bag. Oh. Huh. Okay, this is kind of what I had in mind. What the... Oh, huh. Okay. Running erratically, spilling fruit tea as I pick up my folding table and run from park authorities. Yeah, it's tough too. It's a little bit like one of those tricks that Italian bistro people do, where like where they sweep away the mantle from your table, and it's like, ooh, fancy, without disturbing any of the plates. You're kind of doing that, except you've got your underarm carrying a folding table. On the other hand, you've got a nice arrayed platter of teas and pastry delights, and you're kind of just hauling ass through this park. It's quite the plateau. Not the plateau, tableau. I'm thinking of the phrase tableau. Oh, this one's kind of interesting. I'm trying to figure out like what. Okay, so if somebody had to carry around a baseball bat like a sword, right? That's kind of what I have in mind for this, but I don't know. It seems like it's just. Hmm. Maybe it could be like a back holster or something. I don't know. Because like there's no real need to quick draw baseball bats, so there's no real need to design bags that can do so. And it'd be kind of impractical to have it on your leg. Hmm. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make an executive decision and say that she hides it in her jacket. Like it's like almost like a magic trick that she can do, where she just like reaches out behind her, under her jacket, and like pulls out this ridiculously big baseball bat. Okay, so that probably means that we don't need the secondary belt. Okay. And then... Actually, I need to look at the leather pants again. Because I don't really know the kind of taper that they have. They seem to have almost like a bell-bottom taper for most of these. So I think that's probably what it's going to have to be. I feel like this year is going to be the year where I just give everybody and their grandmothers bell bottoms for character designs. I don't know, it's happened at least once. And I feel like it's going to happen again at least one more time before this whole thing's done. That's not really a bad thing though. Bell bottoms are fun. I feel like they've made a big comeback in recent years. Mostly because I think people have realized that they make your legs look fantastic. I don't know. I've been paying more attention to people's fashion sense while I'm out and about. I think as a byproduct of being in this character design state of mind, right? And I'm noticing a lot more interesting jeans designs. Like there was today earlier when I was out and about buying groceries. I noticed this one guy who had these jeans that had a kanji on them, but it wasn't really embroidered per se. It was sewn on from the same fabric, but the fabric was like frayed and ruffled and messed up, and it looked really interesting. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick sip of water. God, I had the best snap today. Picked up some. I picked up a pizza for lunch, and I ate half of it in one sitting, which, you know, is pretty. It's light work for a fellow like me. I probably could have gone for another slice, but I decided to stay my hand. And after that, I had an insane 2 hour nap, and it was in. I don't know how to put it. Like I think I need to start going to food comas more often. Right? I think maybe that was the key here. I'm a little scared to try and use it as a technique though, because I do feel like now, you know, at 26 years young, I do feel like just overeating and then going to sleep will have much more severe consequences as time goes on. So I'm gonna need to maybe a sometimes kind of tech. You know what I mean? Maybe something to keep in the back pocket, but not necessarily trot every once in a while. I feel like I've started noticing, or I've become more aware of when some mechanisms for self-soothing have become kind of deleterious to my own well-being. I don't know. It's on the one hand, it's not a good thing because I'm second guessing a lot of my actions, but on the other hand, I do think it is a good thing because I think when things work for you for a while, you kind of just stop thinking about doing them. You're just like, okay, yeah, we'll just keep doing that. That's what's always worked. But I think once in a while, it's good to challenge when a thing that you've done for a long time, whether it's truly beneficial for your well-being or not. I don't know. It's just been on my mind because I've been trying to think about like my habits, and I've been trying to think about, okay, is this actually something that I'm enjoying, that I'm having a good time with, or am I just kind of you know, doing something that I think is supposed to make me happy, or that I feel like I want to do, or is it me just like trying to avoid a responsibility? What am I doing? But yeah, I think I've gotten a little bit better about it. Yeah, something that I wanted to avoid for this time around was also trying to use the symmetry tool. Like I'm trying to not make like a reference sheet. Right? I'm just trying to give people enough of an idea that they can do it on their own. There we go. Celeste's face out of most of my characters is the one that I really enjoy doing because I just try to give her the pointiest chin possible, and it looks really fun. It's fun to draw almost every time. But yeah, I also really like drawing her expression because she just permanently looks pissed off. Her sister's a very similar way. I don't know. I think her whole family just has a really bad case of RBF. But I think the only one that's figured out how to not have that is her aunt, who is kind of like leading the people that she's staying with right now. And even she still slips into it sometimes. Yeah, I kind of wanted her outfit to be inspired slightly by I think his name is Yun from Street Fighter 3. I need to remember which one is Yun and which one is Yang. Yeah, no, I'm thinking of Yun. That's kind of what inspired that's partially what inspired the use of the baseball cap. I just think that this is one of the coolest fighting game character designs ever. I don't know what it is about it that's just so appealing to me, but I think it's very elegant in its simplicity. But yeah, I kind of like it because it lets her obscure her face a little bit as well. I think. Oh yeah, she also does keep her big ass ponytail from her other design. There we go. Okay. And then she is gonna have... So the basic idea for her outfit in her non-enforcer outfit is that she is gonna be rocking a tank top. Maybe I think whatever jacket she ends up getting. I'm still a little bit torn on where she's gonna get her jacket, but she is gonna have one, right? All the major characters are gonna have some kind of jacket at some point. But I'm a little bit torn on where she's gonna get it and who. I think it's gonna be more meaningful if it doesn't belong to her, but she receives it from someone else, if that makes sense. Like, she essentially inherits somebody else's jacket. And the reason that I think that's meaningful is because, and I've mentioned this a couple of times, in the current story, I feel like the jackets are extremely important, or at least I want to make them a focal point of the designs, because all of them are trying to communicate a very specific thing, more so than like the design as a whole. They are trying to communicate what the character is trying to present themselves as to the world. And in many cases, it's conscious, in some cases, it's subconscious, but I think that even the characters are loosely aware that, yeah, if you wear a specific jacket, it's going to say something about you. And, you know, that's kind of like for why, for Roland, I had the logo that's eye for an eye, which is a very intense phrase. It's kind of, it's very, it speaks to this idea of vengeance and violence, which I think is kind of suited for what he's going through. I know what the jacket is going to say. But again, I don't know who's going to have given it to her, whose it will have been, because I think that's also going to be significant. I think because she is like one of the younger characters, I think, and because of her particular predicament, right, where she's still kind of under the thumb of this noble family. She hasn't had as much time as the other characters to develop her sense of self and who she is. So I think for her, it's going to be important to find something to define herself, right? Essentially to find someone else and be like, yeah, you. I want to be like you. And I think whoever gives her this jacket is going to have to be that person. But again, I don't know who the best person for that would be. I don't know if it might be Roland. I don't know if it might be her older sister. Don't know if it could be Sunny later on. I'm not entirely sure. Also, I think I want to give her gloves. I don't know, what do batting gloves look like? Okay, these look kind of nice though. Hang on. Peep these. They have sort of a semi-armored look to them that's really nice. A lot of this brand Franklin, I'm noticing. They look a little bit like golfing gloves, but again, a little bit more heavily armored, maybe. Ooh, these are nice. Okay, I think I've more or less got it. We can turn this off. Nice. But yeah, I think the only thing that I really have unlocked for Celeste's character is that she has like an almost sort of surrogate sister relationship with Sunny, and obviously she's going to reunite with her older sister. I think Roland is also going to have a bit of an influence on her once they meet, because Roland also knew Celeste's sister. But other than that, I I think hers might actually be like one of the more straightforward kind of character arcs. I like that she. How lanky does she? She looks a little bit lanky. I think that's fine though. She's at that age. I don't know. I think I was still pretty lanky. No, I wasn't exactly lanky when I was 19. I think I don't know. I've always just been kind of round, so I can't. I don't think there was ever a time when I was kind of lanky. I do have stretch marks here and there in my body, so I do know that there was a time when I was growing at an unprecedented rate. Unfortunately, a lot of those are around my waist. I think I was getting wider, but not much taller. So you know, maybe a slight qualifier on that statement. Hmm. But yeah, I almost kind of want to do a denim jacket, but I don't know. What did I have on the? Okay. Okay, so the jeans are gonna kind of cuff a little bit at the cuff. They're gonna taper a little bit once they hit the cuff. There we go. I don't know. Would it be too much to go for baseball boots? What did that even... I feel like baseball cleats cannot be too comfortable as... Hang on, baseball shoes. Oh yeah, those cannot be comfortable for daily wear. Oh my god. Wait, this is AI generated, I think. This isn't though. Jesus Christ. I remember when I had to get cleats for track and field club in high school. And I remember thinking that it was demonic how shoes could just have spikes. Because up until this point, when I heard cleats, I thought I was thinking of like football cleats, right? You know, you do play a little football, you run around the field. You know, they're sturdy, but they're not like metallic. The idea of like attaching metal to your shoes just felt perverse. To the bottom of your shoes, I mean. Actually, something that I've been interested in as well is like shoe brooch. Is that a thing? Okay, that is a brooch shaped like a shoe. Absolutely not what I was looking for. Kind of this, yeah. Shoe clip. Like, I've been thinking about this kind of thing because the thing is, right? I recently got myself like a pair of orthopedic shoes, which have been working great for me. They're very comfortable, but they're not particularly stylish. So I was wondering what kind of if might be some way to save them using accessories of some description. They're not even that bad. I'd just like to be able to jazz them up a little bit more. You know what I mean? What the fuck are these? Bicycle shoe clips. Okay. So these are for bicycles. I see, I see. Okay, that's pretty fancy. What are these? Runner shoes, clip light sneakers for night. Oh, these are for light. I see. But yeah, I was wondering if there might be any kind of things like that, but for like laced shoes. Because I mean, these ones are kind of interesting. Tragically, most of these do seem to be for these how do I put this? Like this very specific type of shoe, like these bridal heels, these wedding heels, right? So maybe not too adaptable. I still don't know what kind of shoes I'm gonna give her. Hmm. Actually, should I also give her enforcer outfit? Maybe. Hang on. God, her body looks weirdly long. I'm gonna just smush everything down. Okay, grab these. And move them down. Okay, that's already looking much better. I need to do something about these pockets, but, you know, it's the least of my problems. Okay. I'm gonna take another sip of water real quick. Okay. So, shoes for non-enforcer Celeste. What are those gonna look like? First of all, I think I need to cut off her hand here, just because I don't think it'd show up that much. I think I'm just gonna give her some boots. Like normal boots, not these ones that have heels on them. Okay, drag these a little bit closer like this. Nice. Got it. The other day, I was out with my friends for a little celebration, right? And on our way out from the restaurant, we ended up passing by one of those Amazon liquidation stores. If you've never heard of these before, what they are is that they are a shop that buys inventory from Amazon that would have otherwise been discarded or thrown away, and they kind of remit that to the public. And what this essentially means is that you can find all kinds of random crap there. None of it of particularly good quality, but you know, it can be fun to browse. It's like a thrift store, but worse. At least that was my experience with the one that we went to. And I gotta say, it felt very much like a mafia front. You know, have you ever been, like, I feel like there are those kinds of places that are like, you go there and you have to think to yourself for a little bit, is this a mafia front? Because you know, sometimes it is just that the place did not have very much funding, or like maybe the staff just are not committed to the store, and you know, maybe that's also driving down morale. But you know, there are cases where I've gone to a store and I've been like, this feels like somebody's using it for money laundering. like it feels neglected enough in that specific way that it feels like somebody, this is definitely like somebody's money laundering front. Hang on. I gotta look something up. Waist-tied denim jacket. Okay, so I looked up waist-tied denim jacket, so hoping to find a denim jacket tied around someone's waist, sort of like this, which looks fine, but I didn't expect like the denim trench coat, right? Like this came as a bit of a shock. The double-breasted one like this is kind of nice, so I like that. These look like uniforms for our military that doesn't take itself seriously. This one's kind of good though. This is almost kind of what's gonna have to happen, I think, for Celeste's second outfit. I don't know. I wish there was like a way to do better contrast with it. Like this is kind of why I want to do this plaid pattern. I feel like it just looks a little bit better when it's broken up by a pattern like this, but again, I don't know. Who the fuck are you? Oh god, this is such a 2010s outfit. I'm not exactly nostalgic for it, but it does bring back some memories. Well, the jacket doesn't necessarily need to be... Hang on, is there like... Hang on, red denim jacket. Like, I imagine you can have red... Oh god, that's really bright. Okay, yeah, right, okay. My bad. Okay. Alright. Alright, I think I'm good. I think I know what I need to do. Let me take another look at the knot that you have to tie your jacket around your waist. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, and then over here... Cool, okay. And the second sleeve is gonna go... like this. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, I do think she'll probably end up wearing it like a proper jacket and probably with a dress at some point, but I do think that for what we'll see of her in the story, that's not where she's at. Nice. Okay. Then over here... I don't know. I feel like her shirt also needs to say something or to have some kind of pattern. I think I could just make it like a ribbed tank top, though. I don't think that would be the worst thing in the world. It's gonna look a little bit like an undershirt, but that's fine. And I think that way it kind of carries it forward some of the design choices from her previous outfit. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Okay, so we have the front-facing sprites designs. Let's move them a little bit to the left or to the right. And I think I'm gonna have to use my fun trick of flipping the character around to make their back sprite. Mostly just because it saves on a little bit of time. For this one, it might be a little bit tough, though. I think it'll still save time. Okay. Yeah. Going to bring this one up a little bit. Come on, bud. There we go. Okay, and then similar to that, we'll go over here. Yep. Now, on the one hand, it would be in. I feel like it would be in poor form to give every single character in this story a fat ass. On the other hand, who can stop me? It's not going to look good for my self control, but you know this is indie storytelling, buddy. We're not going to be praised for. Nobody ever thanked a writer for not being more indulgent. Okay. Oh god, this looks so fucked up because of the perspective. All right, I'm gonna need to take out basically everything in here. The good news is that this top part isn't going to be too difficult to figure out. If only because... Hang on. Oh, gotta wipe these parts out. If only because I am going to be able to use the fur from the jacket to cover most of it up. Okay. And then... Okay. Okay. Good, good, good. We are going to need to kind of stretch Armstrong this arm a little bit wider. But that is fine. Let go of that butt cheek. There we go. Okay. And I was playing around with the idea for this. I think the symbol for, like, the bigger... or broader, rather? I don't know. What's a good way to indicate a slash sign? Because I've been trying to think about how to communicate, like, this one specific faction's symbol, and all I've come up with is the idea to make it almost like a slash over a circle, or maybe like almost over a bracket. I don't know, because just a slant mark is a little bit sauceless, you know what I mean? Hey. Oh shoot, did my pen tablet die? Hang on. Yeah, I think the poor guy's out of juice. I must have been working it too hard. Where is my charging cable? Here we are. Thankfully, this isn't the first time I've had to work while having to have the cable plugged in. It feels weird that it's only been around an hour. I feel like I've been talking for more. I mean, I did have the idea for a potential logo, but I don't know if it's really her. So hang on. Let me double check. Because I've been cooking up some logos here and there. I just don't know if all of them will be suitable for these purposes. Yeah, no, none of these really work. Hang on, let me I have a lot of different slogans and logos that I could use for this kind of situation. Let me peep my database of that. It hasn't been that long of a day. Actually, hang on. This might be a good time to... Nah, okay. I'll figure out the slogan first, and then I'll tell the story. Okay. Hmm. I think one of the slogans that I've got on here is that says "Can't beat the system" might be good. Maybe Oath. Wish You Were Here might be a good one actually too. Ooh, wait, actually, yeah, wait. I've got a good one. So, wait, hang on. Okay, so messages in a bottle, right? Let's take a look real quick. Yeah. Hang on. Is the would it have like? Hang on. Message in a bottle film Wikipedia. Based on Nicholas Sparks' novel Message in a Bottle. Hang on. Message in a bottle. Okay, here we go. Message in a bottle is a form of communication in which a message is sealed in a container, typically a bottle, and released into a conveyance medium, typically a body of water. Messages in bottles have been used to send distress messages in crowdsourced scientific studies of ocean currents, as memorial tributes, to send deceased loved ones ashes on a final journey, to convey expedition reports, and to carry letters or reports from those believing themselves to be doomed. Invitations to prospective pen pals and letters to actual or imagined love interests have also been sent as messages in the bottle. Ah. The lore surrounding messages in bottles has often been of a romantic or poetic nature. The use of the term message in a bottle has expanded to include metaphorical uses or uses beyond its traditional meaning as bottled messages released into oceans. The term has been applied to plaques on craft launched into outer space, interstellar radio messages, stationary time capsules, balloon mail, and containers storing medical information for use by emergency medical personnel. With a growing awareness that bottles constitute waste that can harm the environment and marine life, environmentalists tend to favor biodegradable drift cards and wooden blocks. Fairs. Bottle designs and recovery rates. Some bottles are ballasted with dry sand so they float vertically or at or near the ocean surface, and are less influenced by winds and breaking waves than other bottles that are purposely not ballasted. Wooden blocks float higher in the water and thus are more influenced by the wind. A design specially suited for simulating travel paths of plastic waste that is less dense than glass containers. Okay. Drift bottles and seabed drifters provide only a birth notice and an obituary, with no biography. It is reputed that around 310 BC, Aristotle's protege, Greek philosopher Theophrastus used bottle messages to determine if the Mediterranean Sea was formed by the inflowing Atlantic Ocean. Skipping Christopher Columbus. Actually, let's read this one. When Christopher Columbus encountered a severe storm while returning from America, he is said to have inscribed on parchment what he found in the New World and requested it to be forwarded to King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. He is said to have enclosed the parchment in wax cloth and placed it into a large wooden barrel that was cast into sea. Communication was never found. Okay, dickhead. In 1856, a bottle was found on Hebrides coast, Scotland, containing a note stating a ship believed to the SS Pacific had sunk after collision with an iceberg. What does that say? Please stop. Okay, what's this about? St. Kilda mailboat. From the isolated island around 175 kilometers northwest of Scottish mainland. Usually formed of sheepskin bladders providing flotation for boat-shaped enclosures for letters, the mailboats reached Scotland with some degree of reliability and also to Scandinavia. Oh, here we go. In 1876, on the remote Scottish island of St. Kilda, freelance journalist John Sands and marooned Australian sailors deployed 2 messages requesting the Austrian consul rescue them with provisions. The messages, each enclosed in a cocoa tin attached to a sheep's bladder for flotation in an arrangement called a St. Kilda mailboat, was discovered in Orkney within 9 days and Rossshire after 22 days. Since that time, sending St. Kilda mail has become a recreational ritual for island visitors. The containers often riding the Gulf Stream to the British mainland, Shetland, Orkney, and Scandinavia. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be probably what is on her jacket here is... And I'm going to need to peep the actual design of a couple of these because it's very interesting looking. Oh, actually, let's take a look at this at the header page, at the header picture as well. U.S. Departments of Commerce Coast and Geodetic Survey. Break this bottle. This bottle was released at sea as part of a large-scale study of ocean currents. Information on the date and place of the release is on file at the Coast and Geodetic Survey in Washington, D.C. You can add to the knowledge of ocean currents by returning the addressed card with the requested information on the date and place where you found the bottle. You will receive by return mail information as to where this bottle was released. Your cooperation in giving accurate information will be of great assistance. Oh. That's pretty cool. And yeah, I think glass is more noble as a... Or actually, I don't know. Would it be better? I don't know, because glass is not less biodegradable. I mean, glass and plastic are both non-biodegradable, but I feel like glass at least has... Well, I don't think it's better per se. Why is my pen not working? Has it not been charging properly? Why is it not... It hasn't been charging. Why? I need to plug it into a different USB thingamajig. Uh-oh. Okay, the little light isn't turning on, which is a really bad sign. Maybe this is the wrong charger, though. Maybe I have a different one somewhere here. Hang on. It's not necessarily a bad time for my pen tablet to break, but it would be highly inconvenient. Like, I'm talking, like, really, really inconvenient. Actually, come to think of it, I'm going to the DMV tomorrow, and there's a Best Buy near there, so I might be able to pick up a new one before the end of the day tomorrow, but that would be suboptimal for many reasons. Mostly just because I feel like whatever play... Yeah, I feel like if I pick up a pen tablet at a Best Buy, it's gonna be a fucking Wacom, and those things are... How do I put this? They're like the jobbers of pen tablet manufacturers, so I'd prefer not to give them any money if I can at all humanly avoid it. Okay, that's not working. But why is it not working? Hang on, I'm gonna take a peek. I'm gonna take a peek over at my kind of assorted cables over off the side. Maybe it'll be... Hang on, I might need to go to the BRB screen to check this. I don't know what's going on. See you soon. Hang on, where's my BRB screen? There we go. Hey gang, I'm back. Okay, so I think the charger that I found for it the first time was the correct charger, but it's still not like... I'm like trying to rub it and warm it up a little bit, so it might take a little charge, kind of like an old phone battery, but... I think, yeah, no, that is just completely non-responsive. I don't know, hang on. Let me try something real quick. So I think one of these does like an undo action. Yeah, no, so the tablet itself is fine because I'm pressing the buttons on it and it's working as intended. God, I forgot that it had functions like this. I usually just use my numpad, so I don't really pay attention to that, but... So hang on. The thing that's broken is definitely the pen rather than the pen tablet. So I'm wondering if maybe it might not be that I just need to get a replacement Huion pen? I am wondering if that's a thing. I don't know if these are like bonded or some shit. It also doesn't seem to be taking the charge properly, which is concerning. I mean, it's just not dark enough for me to... No. No. Usually it has a little red light that lets me know that it's charging, but it's not appearing. Hang on. Let me just... Huion pen. Battery-free stylus. Oh, okay. Now there. Okay, which model is this? I'm also worried that I've got this tablet like 5 years ago now, so I'm worried that it's not even in production anymore, and I might just be out of luck. 1060 plus. Okay. Okay, no. Stylus for new 1060 plus 420 H420 K58. Is that the shit that I got? Mm. Yeah, no, that's the one that I got. Okay. Only one left in stock. Free delivery Friday, July 3rd, though. I don't know. I mean, $36, though, that's... I mean, why not, right? Hmm. I wish there was a better way for me to verify the model. Hang on. I don't even need to have it plugged in because, yeah. Okay. Yeah, this seems to be it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and order this. Yeah, okay, yeah, buy now. Okay, that's gonna come in on Friday, which, you know, that's fine. I wasn't really... I wanted to draw more before then, but, you know, it's coming. It'll get here. It'll get here. No use being too upset about that. That being said, what the hell am I gonna do for the rest of the stream? Maybe this is when I finally learned to play Balatro. You know what? Yeah, let's just... Fuck it. Well, this is gonna be a Balatro stream now. I've had it in my library since forever. I might as well. It's 63 megabytes. I'll be able to do it. Okay, let me update the stream information as well. This has been... what a shit show. Alright. Stream manager. Edit stream information. Balatro. My tablet broke. So I hit the casino to afford a new one. Okay, and we'll change it from art category to Balatro. Okie dokie. I've actually been meaning to play this game a couple times, but I never really had the chance to do it. Let's pause the music for a second. Sorry, Himiko Kikuchi. It's time to go gambling. Okay. Let me know how the audio goes. That looks a little bit loud. I don't know how the volume for that is. That doesn't sound too loud to me though. Maybe I'm just gonna turn it down a tiny bit. Maybe a little less than that. Yeah, I think a little bit higher than that. I think that should be good. Alright, profile, player 1. Alright, let's do this thing. Hello there, my name is Jimbo. I'm here to help you learn how to play. Your goal is to earn chips to defeat the enemy blind. This here is a small blind. You only need to score 300 chips to beat it. Select a small blind to start the round. Okay. You earn chips by playing poker hands. Each poker hand earns a base amount of chips multiplied by some mult. See your poker hands in the run info area, along with other info about your current run. Okay. Ooh. Okay, high card obviously doesn't have much. Pair, 2 cards that share the same rank. They may be played up to 3 other unscored cards. Yep. 2 cards of different ranks may be played. 2 pair, right. 3 of a kind, right. Straight, 5 cards in a row, consecutive ranks, right. Jack, 10, 9, 8, 7. Flush, 5 cards that share the same suit. Full house, 3 of a kind and a pair. 4 of a kind. Okay. And straight flush. Okay. What's a blind? Big blind. The hook. That sounds scary. Cards can also earn you some chips. Hover over to see. Now select up to 5 cards to play and press play hand. Okay. I think the best that I got is a 2 pair. Or a pair. 2 pair is a pair of 2s. No, wait. You can also discard up to 5 selected cards, so try to make it even stronger hands. Try it. Okay, I have a few hearts here. Ooh, but I also... No. I'll discard these 2. Careful, you only have a limited number of hands and discards per round. Sure do. Earn 300 chips before you run out of hands to win this round. Good luck. Okay, I got you. Ooh, I wish I had a 9. Okay, another pair. Okay, I have 2 hands left and 3 discards. Okay, I'm gonna discard these 2, even though I feel like that's a bad idea, and I'm also going to discard the 7. Ooh, shit. Okay. No, wait, 2 pair. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just shy of a flush. Fuck it, we'll let it ride. Hey, I think I could do 300 in one round. Oh, no. Wait, okay. Okay. We'll get rid of the... we'll get rid of these 2. Or no, actually, wait. 1, 2... Okay. 2 hearts. Okay, we'll get rid of these 2. Yes, bro. Fuck, wait, that's not enough. What was the full house? What was the full house? 3 of a kind and a pair. Fuck. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be a hell of a gamble, but let's do it. Fuck! Oh shit. Okay. We might still make it. We might still make it. I don't know. We might be able to do something insane. Oh my god, we made it. Cash out $3. Nicely done. Now that you're flush with oh yeah, a whole $7. Jumbo, that's not even gonna pay for like 2 bus tickets. Now that you're flush with cash, you can buy some new cards from the shop. Try buying this handsome devil. Might you have any bias to refer to him in that manner? This is one of 150 jokers you can add to your run. Every joker does something different. This one adds a +4 mult to every hand you play. Be picky. You can only carry 5 joker cards at a time. This can get you 1 indie game via a seasonal Steam sale, which is currently ongoing. Go shop around. Yeah, no. I have actually bought quite a few games. I've picked up a couple of visual novels just so I can study later. I bought Highway Blossoms and I Want You to Be Happy, which I think are... I saw them recommended because they have Yuri romance in them, but I think they should also be pretty well written. Okay, so I can have 5 Joker cards at a time. Now buy the other card from the shop. Not discovered. The Empress? This tarot card is a consumable. This one will enhance your playing cards. Hold on to it. Oh. You can carry up to 2 consumable cards with you at a time. I played one of those. Oh, which one? Highway Blossoms or I Want You to Be Happy? If you can save up enough, you can buy a voucher. Vouchers passively upgrade your run. Vouchers are restocked after you defeat the boss blind. And check out both of the booster packs at every shop. They're full of goodies. With a buffoon pack. We're smoking that buffoon pack. Blossoms. Oh, yeah, how was your experience with it? Did you enjoy it? Smoking that buffoon pack. Smoking that shit that makes you feel like it's just you and her. Let's move on to the next round. Selecting the big blind will earn some cash. Or choose to skip it to get a tag. Each tag has a unique effect. But keep an eye on the boss blind. It has an ability you'll need to plan around. Discards 2 random cards for hand played. The NSFW scene needs to be downloaded separately, I believe. Well, I'm not really playing the game for that, but you know what? I'll bear that in mind. I didn't even know there was supposed to be an NSFW scene. That's gonna be a real treat. That's gonna be a real treat for me down the line. If you beat it, the ante goes up and all blinds become harder. Beat ante 8 to win. Now choose your path. Garbage tag. Gives $1 per unused discard this run. Will give $0. Nah. Let's just play this sucker. When you get more cards, remember you can rearrange them. Jokers trigger in order from left to right. And make sure that you use your consumables. It's not super crazy explicit if I recall correctly, but it is a sex scene. That's fair. Select up to 2 cards in your hand and press use on the tarot card to enhance them. Okay, which ones are we going for? Enhances 2 selected cards to mult cards. 5, 4, 3, 2. You know what? We could probably use these. Ooh. +4 mult. Okay, I see. Okay. Let's check out the let's check out the 7 for now. An ace. Interesting. Ooh, wait, hang on. Wait, yeah, I can do a flush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, that pair. Wait, what, isn't this a straight? I believe you get sufficient context in the trimmed version, but it is a key scene to the finale. I don't know why that made me chuckle. 5 cards in a row, consecutive ranks. Yeah, right? So that should be 5, 4, 3. Oh, duh. There we go. That's more like it. Wait, do I need to... Hang on. Straight times 4 plus 4 molt. That should... Hang on. How do jokers work? Maybe I can't use it yet. Let's just play the flush. Or the straight. Oh no, there we go. Okay, so it just kind of passively does its thing. Okay, that's good. Ooh. I don't know, I feel... I shouldn't be saying this during Pride Month, but my greed for straights might be my downfall. Okay. Discard these 3. Not really much of a pair on here. Could I just... Hang on. Could I just discard these again? Okay, I have 1 discard left. Yeah, okay. This is gonna be juicy. I can feel it. Oh, baby. Oh, I am crushing it. How much money did I get from that? Cash out $6! Money beyond your wildest dreams. God. Okay. Arcana pack. Choose up to 1 of the 3 tarot cards to be used immediately. Choose up to 1 of 5 tarot... Okay, wait. Converts up to 3 selected cards to hearts. Ooh, that sounds handy. What does the voucher do, though? I can't afford it, which is frustrating. Uranus. Level up 2 pair, plus 1 molt, and plus 20 chips. Ooh, that sounds helpful. Okay. It does suck that we can't go back to previous blinds, but I guess we gotta. I guess we gotta. The hook. Discards 2 random cards per hand played. Okay, so this one doesn't really reward foresight, I feel. Or at least that's the vibe that I'm getting. Balatro's Gate. Yeah. They're calling the hook the Balteus of Balatro. Okay. Let's discard these 3. Okay. 2 pair right there. Level up 2 pair, let's just use that. Converts up to 3 selected cards to hearts. Actually, could I... No. Okay, let's play this hand, and then we'll figure out whether or not it's worth it to convert cards to hearts. Because, like I said, I don't think this one particularly rewards foresight. Dude. Wait, did I... Yo, my fault, the hook. Yo, I thought you were stronger. $8 whole dollars. Permanently gain +1 discard each round. I'll take it. Wasteful redeemed. Okay, I can afford nothing else. This Joker's so cute, though. I wish I could buy this. This Joker gains +1 mult per consecutive hand played without scoring a face card. Interesting. This Joker gains 0.5 mult for each card sold. Resets when boss blind is defeated. That's not really that good. Okay, the Widow. Okay, at least 800. Okay, I have 4 hands to do this. Converts up to 3 selected hearts to cards to hearts. Oh wait, no, I can do a full house. That's already pretty good. And I'm only losing 1 heart card, so why not? Oh, baby. 2 ace. Okay, that's a flush. Yeah, no. Just play the hand. Let's not worry too much about the future for now. Yeah, no. Look at that. We're already kind of whooping the blind's ass. I don't know, I feel like the game hasn't gotten cruel yet. I feel like my knowledge of poker has somewhat carried me. Not discovered. Plus 12 mult if played hand contains a straight. Ooh. The Bean. +5 hand size. Reduces by 1 every round. That sounds like it could be useful if I could afford it. Alright, big blind. What do we got? Okay. Converts up to 3 heart. Yeah, you know what? I think we should play the Sun. Although, we do have kind of a nice setup for a straight here. It's gonna hurt to throw away the Jack of Clubs, but I think we gotta. We're either looking for a 7, and we're looking either for a 7 or an ace, I think. Neither one of you is that. 6, 1, 2, 3. Also need a 3. Would really love a 3. I'm a dumbass. Okay, nope. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. You know what? Let's just pop it. Let's just pop it and not really worry about the consequences. Really wish I had kept that Jack though. No, I think we'll still make it. I don't think we're kind of okay. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey! I am never punished. Always gamble. Give me that big score, baby. That's what I like to see. I'm starting to understand why this game did that to so many people. It did what it did. What the fuck is... This Joker gains +3 mult when any booster pack is skipped. Okay. I do that a lot, so... +2 chips for each remaining card in deck. Oh, but that's not too good though. I feel like that's gonna peter out pretty quickly. Let's do this. I don't buy a whole lot of booster packs. Mostly because I'm broke. The Widow. All diamond cards are debuffed. I think that's easy enough to do. and scores no chips and all abilities are disabled. Oh, debuffed. That's gonna be a toughie. Yeah, okay, that's gonna be much harder. But I have 4 hands to win this, so I don't see why not. You know, I just need to play 4 more hands like that and I'll be fine. 5, 4, 4, 3. Ace, king. You know what? Let's just maybe get rid of these 2. I'm not sure if I want to. Nah, you know what? Let's also get rid of the face cards over here. Because I feel like we can do better with number cards. Okay, prove me wrong. That's fine. I kind of wish I had some consumables right now. No, we need that 6. Okay, we are looking for a 7. Or actually, we'll... Okay. Yeah, let it rock. Oh, okay, we'll discard these ones and then see what we got. Why? Fuck off, seriously? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do this to myself? Yes, yes I do. Why? Why do you keep giving me 8s? You sicko! Okay, whatever. I'm hoping that this will at least make up for a lot of what we've had to go through. Enduring Geographer, now is not the time. The good news is I don't even need to score that high for the rest of these. Okay, 2 pair. 40 times 3 plus these plus 4. 40 times. Yeah, no, that should get us just over, I think. Might as well play it safe. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and ban Enduring Geographer 8. No hard feelings, buddy. You should not have spoken out of turn at the table. All I'm gonna say. Let this be a lesson to you. Okay. Not discovered. If first hand of round is a single 6, destroy it and create a spectral card. Must have room. What does that mean? What does that mean? First hand of any of round has only 1 card. Add a permanent copy to the deck and draw it to the hand. What does that? Also, what does that mean? I can't. I can afford either one of these. This one sounds interesting, so let's go for that. Spectral Pack. Choose up to 1 of 2 ethereal tag. Gives a free spectral pack. Oh, shoot. I need to... Okay, wait, hang on. I'm gonna sell the red Joker. I thought that would just passively increase my rounds every single time I didn't buy a voucher, but it seems like that's not the case. There we go, full house. What does this do? First hand of a round has only 1... Hang on. If the first hand of a round has only 1 card, add a permanent copy to the deck and draw it to the... Oh. Oh, so that's how you work. I feel like that could get pretty busted, but I don't know how comfortable I am dumping one of my hands for a permanent bonus. I don't know. I might begin to see the wisdom in it in the future. Okay, 7, 6, 5. Need a 4. Where's a 4? This works also. Yes, sir. Two remaining hands, $1 each. Cash out $5. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna sell the Joker, the DNA Joker. Ooh. Plus 2 chips for each remaining card in deck. What about this other one, though? 30 chips for each remaining discard. Ooh. Both of these are pretty good. Oh, okay, I see what these do now. Let's try this one though. I like its texture. Looks shiny. Blue Joker, plus 2 chips for each current remaining card in deck, plus 88 chips. Okay. Ooh, I wish I had an ace. Ooh, I wish I had an ace. Oh, I have an ace. I feel like this particular run of a straight has like the most aura for some reason. It's difficult to explain it concisely. Oh my god, I beat that in 1 round. Jeez, okay. What's this one do? Level up 3 of a kind, plus 2 molt, and plus 20 chips. Ooh. I don't get 3 of a kind very often, though. 1 in 2 chance to create a tarot card when any booster pack is opened. Must have room. I don't know, maybe I should start buying booster packs more often. I think I was averse to them because of the Red Joker, but choose 1 of the 3 tarot cards to be used immediately. You know what? Let's go for the cheap thrill option. Converts up to 3 selected cards to spades. Enhances 1 selected card into a gold card. Enhances 2 selected cards to molt cards. I feel like hang on, I feel like I see a lot of these 8s, so why not? Alright, next round. The Head. All hard cards are debuffed. Oops. I think I selected 2 hard cards earlier. Yeah, my fault. Ooh, I can do a full house. Yeah, no, I think with that, Blue Joker buff, it'll go kind of crazy. Yeah, no, that's half the blind right there. Kind of digging the Blue Joker. The holofoil Joker. Okay, we'll get rid of these 3. Actually, we can get rid of the king. Actually, let's just get rid of all of these. Why not? I probably should have gotten rid of the ones that have hearts on them, come to think of it. That might have been a wiser move. You know what? I still have plenty of discards. Why not? Oh, this is kinda... I need to be less greedy with that, though, because I feel like it's gonna have repercussions for me if I waste too many of my cards. We are in something of a pickle, I feel. Okay. Interesting outcome of this. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to let this one rock. Okay, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. We only have this one last hand to make a difference, though, but that's fine because we have a full house. And I'm feeling good. Squeaking by. That's fine. I will take that $5. Gladly, I will take that $5. Ooh. What's this one do? +1 hand size. Yeah, I'll take... Oh. Yeah, okay. I should have taken a look at what the boss blind did. Oh well. Okay, we got... Okay... 10, 9, 8... Okay, we don't need this extra 8 and we don't need this queen. So let's try to get rid of these and see what we got. Okay... I think I had a card earlier that buffs pairs, so I think this should be good. The goal right now is to win with as few discards as possible so we can keep using the blue Joker's specialty. $5,000 is kind of a lot to do, though. I should have kept one of the 9s, damn it. I should have played one of the 5s instead. Yeah, no, we're definitely not making it to 5,000 at this rate. Or maybe we will. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We would just need either a... This is so juicy, though. I feel like it's very tempting to go for this. I think I'm gonna go for it. Just because it does have the plus mult cards in it. Gonna need a little bit more than that, but okay. J... I'm worried that I'm not going to get any more 8s. I might have played all the 8s already. In which case, the next answer would be... I can't read this too easily. No, I still have 1 8 in the chamber somewhere. I've gotten all the 9s out, but I still have an 8 in the chamber somewhere. Which would mean I need... I'm gonna trust in my own... Wait, hang on. 1, okay, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Versus... J, 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, ace. Either way, I need at least 2 cards to make anything out of this hand. I'm going all in on a straight, I think. I think it's just how it's gonna have to be. Yeah, just go for it. Oh, okay, I think Heaven has rewarded us. Okay, yeah, Heaven rewarded us. Okay, this is the last hand we can play, though. I don't know if this is gonna be enough. Fuck it, go for it. We either get it or we don't. Either way, I don't think we can afford any more discards. Oh my god, we made it. Okay. Played cards with a heart sweet gate and give +3 mold when scored. Ooh. Doubles money. Hmm. I think I'm gonna go for the voucher though. Okay, big blind. Ooh. Could very well go for a full house. Yes, sir. Okay, not a bad start, not a bad start. I feel like the blue joker is kind of falling behind a little bit. I would need a 6 in order to complete this straight. There we go. Okay. I think we can do a pair of pairs here, but I think this one might honestly be better. Just because it's gonna have a higher total score. But I don't know, I don't think that's gonna be enough. We have 2 hands left. What happens if I play this hand? Does that do anything? I think I just wasted that jack. My fault, king. Or my fault, jack. Do I have any tons left? No. Okay, so these 3 are useless then. Okay. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay. Still need a 7. Still need a 7. Do I have any 7s left? I have 2 7s. I know you can give me one. There we fucking go. Okay. Come on, baby, come on. Made it once again, alright. These cash outs are starting to piss me off a little bit. What do you mean I had to use my brain like that and I only got $4 out of it? Earn $2 per discard if no cards are used by the end of the round. Oh. This joker gains 0.525 mold every time a playing card is added to your deck. Okay. Let's skip this for now. The club. All club cards are debuffed. Feels a little bit ironic, but okay. Straight right out the bat. I'm happy with that. Although maybe we should play the debuffed cards first. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. I don't know if that's the wisest decision that I could make, but, you know, at the same time, that's also kind of maximizing our blue joker leverage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, we don't even need the 2. On the other hand, hang on. Okay, straight, that would be +4, +12, so that's 4 times... I'm trying to figure out if the flush or the straight would be better in this case. No, the straight is much better. Okay, we'll do that then. Yeah, no, that should still leave a little bit of room for a flush later down the line if we really need it. Eight sevens. We would need a 6. Do we have any 6s left? Oh, we got 3 6s. Oh my god. Yeah, no, we'll be fine. We can get rid of these ones, I think. Yeah, no, we can get rid of these. This works also. 10, 9, 8, 7. I still would need a 6. I still would need a 6. Okay. How? How? Okay, 10, 9. I'm very loath to get rid of this 8, but you know what? You know what? Fuck it, full house. We still have 2 hands left. We'll recover. We have 1 hand left. We'll recover. Now, because what did I say? We only need a 9, and we have 2 of those left. 10, 8... Okay, I'm gonna do something of a bold move back here. And I think it just paid off, I think. It's gonna hurt not being able to leverage the 9's score for chips, but at the same time, that straight is gonna carry us to victory. Getting to these, I thought this anti-shit would be harder. I genuinely did think that it would get more messed up along the time. Does nothing? Why would I want that exactly? Whatever. Destroys up to 2 selected cards. No, thank you. Level up straight flush. That's not really helpful though. Buffoon pack. Okay, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch attacker by the toe if he hollers at you. Earn $1 at the end of each round. Payout increases by $2 when boss blind is defeated. Okay. Plus 1 mold when per hand played, minus 1 mold per discard. Fuck that. Actually, no, let's go for this one too. Why not? Level up pair, plus 1 mold and plus 15 chips. Not bad. Level up straight. Okay, we might go all in on straight a little bit. Level up 4 of a kind. Yeah, okay, let's use this one then. Because our hand is already very straight-centric. Okay, could do with a 10 or a king. Yeah, no, I think this card might be the move here. There we go. I'm excited to see how well this scores, because this is kind of a loaded hand. Oh my god. Yeah, that's pretty good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Ooh, baby. They're calling it the easiest blind of all time. They're calling it a blind that even a baby could beat. They're saying I'm the GOAT. They're saying that I should go to Vegas today. They're saying the Mafia's gonna beat me up for winning too much at their casino. Okay. I feel like I want to go for another Celestial pack. I feel like it's been doing me good. Oh my god. We can just go all in on the straight again. Okay, we can level up the flush too, though. We can level up the flush, which would be really helpful, I think. On the other hand, why... I feel like this is the kind of game that rewards you for going all in on your Sunday punch, so to speak. Negative, +1 Joker slot. Next base edition Shop Joker is free and becomes negative. I'm not sure I like the sound of that. Okay. Would need a 5 to make a straight here. So let's get rid of these 4. Perfect. Okay. Wait, could I just do another straight right? No, no. That's not gonna work. I don't know, is it worth to discard a perfectly good 3 of a kind to go for another straight? I don't know, I don't feel like I'm rewarded enough for staying with a specific hand, but on the other hand... Okay, we'll keep one of the 5s, we'll get rid of this 2. Actually, might as well play this hand. Why not? Every little bit helps. Wait, no, that was a bad move, I think. Oh well. I'm noticing that we didn't get a 9 out of that, which is upsetting. 7, 6... Wait, no, we might still be able to just do a straight, no matter... either way. Yeah, there we go. Oh, man. Oh, nah, come... You're spoiling me. You're genuinely spoiling me. You're kissing me on the lips so sweetly and taking me to dinner. What? Balatro, you didn't have to. It's not my birthday. It's not our anniversary. Okay, that's nice. Ooh. Played cards with odd rank give plus 31 chips when scored. I don't know what that means. 4 of a kind, Celestial pack. If I do Celestial pack again, can I just boost straight again? Please, it'd be really funny. No, okay, level up high card, level up pair, level up 2 pair. I think 2 pair would probably be the most useful. Cards drawn face down after each hand played. Oh. That's kind of scary, honestly. So if I'm guessing right... that means that the next 5 cards that are drawn out here are going to be face down, and I'm not going to be able to tell what they are. Oh my god, bro. Numbers may be lower due to the 5 cards drawn face down, so I can't even actually tell. Oh god, okay, okay. Ooh, wait, no. Wait. I think I can figure this out. Either this is also a 3, and this is a nothing burger of a hand. This is at most a pair. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go for this one on the far left, on the far right, because this one's probably a 2. Hey! It's crazy that I'm just never punished for my random guessing. Maybe this gambling shit is better than I thought. I would like to apologize for maybe my previous careless remarks. I feel like maybe... Okay. Okay, I see your game. I see your game, villain. This one's a toughie. Never mind, still not punished. This is gonna be hell on that blue Joker, though. I feel like it's gonna be a real damper on that. On the other hand, I've kind of leveled up the straight to the extent that it doesn't really matter if I... okay. I'm not gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'm just gonna discard these ones. I have 1 discard left. I'm going all in on there being a 10. What is your problem exactly? I don't know if that's gonna be enough to get us over the finish line. Fuck it, we ball. No! Alas. You know what they say, the house always wins. Pound sand, Jimbo. Joker, Tarot, Planet, and Spectral cards may appear multiple times. Okay. Blue deck unlocked. Plus 1 hand every round. Oh. Seated run. Oh. You know what? The red deck was reading me pretty good. Why not? Okay, I'm gonna need to reset my behavioral cognition just because I understand that if I don't do that, the habits that I've built up over the past run are going... Like, I automatically went for a straight. You see what I mean? You need to... I feel like that's the issue with roguelikes, is that once you get a pretty good run going, you need to kind of like deprogram yourself for the next one. Like, you need to be wary of falling into similar patterns out of habit. Because otherwise... Like, I think I could probably squeak by with a... You know what? I've got 3 hands left. Why not? There we go. Yeah, see, maybe this time I'll become like some kind of pair merchant. Who knows? Me when my fruit stall is ruined and I have to decide what I need to do. Okay, why does the blank voucher say that it does nothing? I feel like that's kind of a mean trick to play. Okay. And I think just whenever I have the chance to go for a Celestial card, I'm just gonna go for it, just because I think it's the most practical. Ooh. Level up a straight. We're not doing that anymore. Mercury, Jupiter. You know what? Maybe we should become flush merchants. Or actually... Let's see how viable flush and pair merchantry might be. Because I feel like it has ripe opportunity. Wait, that's... Oh no. Oh no. Wait, so the bonuses from pairs don't carry over to 2 pairs. Oh, shoot. You know what? Let's just play this hand. Let's... it does kind of frustrate me a little bit rather than baffle, I think. Maybe I should have just gone for 2 pair, but also that's... It's kind of upsetting. It's a little bit... Oh, I don't know how to feel about that. I keep trying to get a straight off of this. I would need a queen for that, but... No, okay. I feel like I kind of killed this run. You know, maybe I took it behind the shed and just shot it in the head. I feel like just going for that pair merchantry when I didn't really understand how that worked, because 2 pair is different from a pair, and you know, I feel like that would be, I don't know, I feel like that's very much the semantics of it. I don't know. I feel like 2 pair is just 2 pairs, so you would play it pair, but it's a different hand altogether, really. 9, 8, 6, 5, 5, 3. We shall discard these 3. Okay, this works also, I suppose. Oh, so now I get a 7. Okay. Alright, villain. Alright, I need a 6 either way, so I might as well just get rid of these 3. I feel like someone's laughing at me. Where are all the 6s? Please! God! Why is Balatro trying to piss me off? Why is Balatro trying to rage bait me? How are you still not getting any 6s? You sick fuck! Oh, I'm out of discards. And I don't think I have anything else left to play except this pair. This is gonna be exciting. Watch me get a 6 on this next pull. I should have played these 2 5s as well. Oh well. That's fine. This is a small blind. If I couldn't hack this with my luck, I think I'm gonna use up all of my beginner's luck on that first run. Somehow made it though. We might still be able to retain our goated status. I don't deserve new cards. Ace. Okay, would need a 10. No real point in keeping these 2, so let's just go ahead and discard those. I don't know, I feel like playing a pair willy-nilly is a dumb move, but might as well, right? Okay, interesting permutation. Okay, there we go. I need to start watching out for flushes because I think I could have also gotten that if I had been more smart with my discards. How many tens do I have left? I have 3 tens left, so why am I not seeing them? 2, 3... 1, 2, 3... Okay, we'll get rid of the diamond cards then, and try to go for a flush. A cruel joke of reality, I see. Okay, I have 1 king left, so hopefully he'll show up next time along with the 10. If not... 2 pairs not too bad. Yeah, that'll get us over anyway, why not? I need to be less ambitious in these smaller blinds. I could also just tag and go directly to the boss blind, I think. I think that's gonna just need to be something I get used to for the sake of expediency, but it's not like I'm in a hurry or anything. Pen tablet's still not exactly charging. I really hope this thing isn't dead. I'm gonna leave it charging overnight, and hopefully it'll... Ooh, level up full house. What's this do? Re-rolls cost $2 less. Plus 30 chips for each remaining discard. I am kind of a discard merchant, but I am also somebody who just lets it ride. Choose one up to 5 playing cards to add to your deck. That could be helpful. Although I feel like Celestial Pack is usually the more bang for your buck option. You know what? We might become a flush merchant. Why not? Okay, full house. Discard. You know what? I've got the money for it. Why not? What's this? Red Seal. Can re-trigger this card 1 time. This creates a planet card for the final played poker hand of round if held in hand. Must have room. Huh. That sounds interesting. Let's do that. The Psychic. Must play 5 cards. That's a little scary. Alright. Let's just get rid of anything that's not a spade. Okay, I have 4 now. Let's try to re-roll a couple of these. Actually, could I make anything of this? I mean, I could go for straight, but I think I would prefer to try it. Oh, why? Why are you trying to piss me off? I feel like you're trying to piss me off, Balatro. Oh my god, was that so hard? Come on. That was possibly the worst hand I could have played, I feel. I don't know, are straights meta? Is that something that I need to be aware of? 10, 9, 5, 4. I think this time we're gonna try and go for diamonds. I think we got there. Yes, sir. I kind of neglected how much that one Joker was carrying me that last run. Wow. -1 ante, -1 hand each round. That's really scary. I don't want to do that. Enhances one selected card into a wild card. Can be used as any suit. Oh, that's really helpful for my current build. Okay, let's do that. I still don't know what spectral cards do, so I'm just gonna get a standard pack. Oh, what's this do? Plus 11 chips. $3 if this card is held in hand at the end of the round. Creates a planet card for final played poker hand of round if held in hand. Okay. Ooh, this one looks interesting. Foil plus 50 chips. Jack of Spades. 10 plus 10 chips. 1 in 5 chance for plus 20 mult. 1 in 15 chance to win $20. Eeny, meeny. Okay, so wait. Gold card, blue seal. Plus 11 chips. The blue seal is already kind of beast mode. But plus 50 chips is pretty nice. I'm gonna go for the Jack of Spades, though. AJK. Let's get rid of these ones, then. Oh, baby. Alright, I know I said I was going to do a bit of flush merchantry, but if I play these ones, I think it will have some benefits. Or wait, could I not also do... No, I can't do a flush with these ones, I think. Or can I? If I were to do discard on... No, shoot, I should have... Okay, here we go. Alright, let's see what these do. I should have held the King of Spades till the end of the round, but you know what? A flush in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. No, yeah, I should have been less greedy. I think I could, if I had known, knowing what I do know, right? Retrigger all played cards in final hand of round. Ooh. Alright, next round, please. Okay. Yeah, let's get rid of all of these, I think. Okay, we could do a full house, why not? Ooh. Oh, wait, no. No. Yeah, discard these. Okay, that's what I'm talking... Why? Oh, oh, it duplicates these. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I'm hoping that this becomes the final card of the round. Or the final hand of the round. Because then I get the Jupiter card. Yes. Okay. Fabulous. I'm getting better at this planning thing. My flushes are going to be real nice. Retrigger all cards held in hand abilities. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for a Celestial Pack, why not? 3 of a kind, pair, full house. Yeah, I think full house might be a good one to have. Just because of the fact that I feel like I've had opportunities to play it, even though I haven't really... The wheel. 1 in 7 cards get drawn face down. I like those odds. Okay, this is either a king or a queen. Either way, we're not really rocking with that. This one's either an 8 or a 9. So I think all of these we can just go ahead and discard. Man, I hope I'm not punished for my greed. This is a 10 or a 9. Could be a 10, could be a 9. Okay. Okay. Going all in on the spades. We can no longer go all in on the spades. This might be a problem. Going all in on the spades is back up. Nope. Nope. Okay. Got a little excited there, but that's not... We can't actually do that. Actually, wait, hang on. Could we... What happens if we enhance one of these cards? Wait! Oh, baby. Wait, hang on. Yeah, no. Let's try this. Card can be used as any suit. Ah, this is how I win. This is how I win. You do love to see it. You do love to see it. Get a rotated wheel. Earth. Or, no, wait, that says death. Select 2 cards, convert the left card into the right card. Drag to rearrange. That sounds complicated and kind of a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna look into that. Choose 1 of the 5 tarot cards. Let's do the standard pack again. What's this one do? Charm Tag. Gives a free Mega Arcana pack. Ooh. I'd prefer to be able to play the game, though. Oh. That's a funny... It's a funny little trick to play on me. Come on. I feel like you're trying to rage bait me, Balatro. Feeling a little bit of that hostility in the air tonight. Oh wait, I think we can get a club flush. Nope. And we can't actually discard any cards. Okay, so we are just gonna have to play this pair, I think. Or wait, no, we can do it straight. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, wild card. Nine, 7, 6. Oh, this is frustrating. Okay, so I'm gonna have to dump a hand with these. It feels like. How many aces do I have left? Oh no. Okay, wait, hang on. Change of plans. Okay, this works. This works. It's gonna hurt to let go of the king card, but this is genuinely the last hand, so... Oh, that's what that does. Interesting, okay. Oh, Blue Joker, I've known your sweet touch, but I cannot surrender to it tonight. Not this run. Let's go for the Mega Standard Pack, why not? If I see any wild cards, I kinda have to go for it. Alright, next round. Juggle tag. +3 hand size next round. Ooh. I think I'd rather just play, though. I'm sure there's probably some kind of meta involved with the... Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. Yeah, I'm sure there's some kind of meta involved with the... tags and whatnot, but I cannot be asked to do that tonight. I'm just gonna try and play the game as much as possible. I should probably wrap up pretty soon. 3,000. Okay, let's try this. No, okay. How many diamond cards do I have left? 10. That's more like it. I think this is gonna do it. No, no, just barely under. Okay. Okay, we have 4 out of 5 cards needed for spades. How many spades do we have left? 9? Oh, baby. Why? Okay, you know what? What if we just played some random bullshit that doesn't actually have any hope of... Yeah, okay. Yeah, why don't we play some random bullshit that has no hope, and then we can just grab... Fuck, I should have kept that 5 spades. Oh no. Oh yes! Wait, I'm goated. Wait, this is fine actually. There's no problems. Right. There we go. Another 3 trillion points to flush. Okay. Converts up to 3 selected cards to diamonds. Okay. +3 mult for each Joker card. Currently +3 mult. That Joker's kind of scary looking. But it is just gonna be an all-around kind of Joker, so I feel like it's gonna be helpful. Okay, 2 random cards per hand played. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Okay. Not really what I wanted. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, come on. Give me a club card, you piece of... Oh, wait, no, I think you did. No, no, that's still just 4. Can we restart this run? Can we have a mulligan? 7, 6, 5. Would need a 4. You know what? 3 of a kind. Every little bit helps. I feel like sometimes these hands are something of a cruel joke. Other times I feel like all I do is win, win, win no matter what. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna need to remember about that discard thing because I saw that Blue Seal King got discarded and... Well, that did break my heart a little bit. It also reminded me of the impermanence of all things. How many diamonds do I have? 5 diamond cards. 8 clubs. I have no discards left. This was kind of a toughie with the hook, given... Or, wait, hang on. Never mind, I'm goated. Yeah, and that's gonna be really helpful since I get the repeat joker for this particular round. Swag, okay, I made it. Back up to ante 4, which is a big achievement for me, I feel. We've restored our honor. Plus 10 mult if played hand contains a... Oh, brother, just get in there. Alright, no more questions asked. Just get in here. Voucher, re-roll boss blind 1 time per ante. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna... Ah, wait, shit, that would have taken... Ah, damn it. Never mind. Oh well. Okay, discard these ones and hope for more diamonds. Are you kidding me? Okay, that's more like it. Really excited to see what the Droll Joker can do for me this time. Oh my god. You know, that's not droll, that's downright hilarious. Please a spade, please a spade, please a spade. Thank you, God! Alright, we're through, we're through. This is it, we're getting through. What we kind of need is more money, just generally, just so we can buy more cards. All flushes and straights can be made with 4 cards. Oh my god. No! I can't afford it! Can I sell this for... Okay. I would need to sell 2 of these for $2. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. God, I hope it's worth it. Okay, so if I'm reading that correctly, then I could just... Okay, I don't actually have the cards to do it with this round. Let's just get rid of these 3. Also don't have the cards to do it this time. Let's try this instead. Okay, so if I'm reading this right, then I could just do a flush like that. Okay. That's really helpful. Okay, I just need a diamond. Just give me a diamond and we'll be cool. Oh my god, that would have been so helpful with the blue Joker combination. But it's already kind of pulling its weight since it gives me plus 50 chips for basically free. Okay. Adds double the rank of the lowest card held in hand to the mult. Ah. Joseph J. Joker. Played face cards have a 1 in 2 chance to give $2 when scored. That could solve some of my money problems if I'm being honest. No real point in buying that though. Or maybe there is. I don't know, but... Okay, let's just buy this one. Why not? The Manacle. -1 hand size. Well, that's a funny thing, because I just got one that lets me play... Okay, what's this one do? Creates a line of cards for the final played poker hand of round if held in hand. You know what? I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Let's just play these cards. Oh, face cards. Okay, shoot, I don't really use those very often, but... Okay. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about! Might as well use all of them, why not? I think that way we have a better chance of getting diamonds up in the next round. Yeah, see what I mean? And you know, that was an extra $2 to the pocket, so that's always appreciated. I feel like I figured it out. I feel like this is gonna be not the run, but at least a pretty good run. Plus 15 mults when 0 discards remaining. Oh my god, that's gonna be really helpful. Every played card permanently gains 5 chips when scored. Interesting. What's this one do? Reroll Blast Blind 1 time per ante. Honestly, we can afford both of these, which would be pretty good. Ace of Hearts, Holographic plus 10 Molt. I don't really use the hearts that often, but why not? Okay. trying to bully me again, I see. Wait, no, could I not? No, I would need to get an additional spade or an additional club. Either or. Perfection. And next round, if this one isn't enough to get me over, I can just play the hearts cards. Yeah, and perfect. Yeah. On the other hand, hang on, maybe I'm allowed to get a little bit greedy. Oh, okay. Well, see, I was hoping that I could just get the king card that lets me get the Jupiter for free, but honestly, this is fine as well. Level up a straight, we're not doing that this time. Adds 1 stone card to deck when the blind is selected. 50 chips, no rank or suit. I cannot afford it. That's fine. I'm really hoping I get to upgrade my flush again at some point. Okay, that works. Yeah, and that's like 4,000, 4,500 easy each round. Very happy about that. Should have played that too in retrospect, but it is what it is. You know, and we win anyway, so... nothing to be upset about in my life. Oh, we still need to play one more hand. Well, that's my fault for getting cocky, but we're still able to clutch that no matter what. We'll discard these ones, and we can just get these... Actually, this is even better for us, all things considered. And that gives us a planet card. And that lets us level up the flush again. Let me tell you, those blue seal cards are cash money. Oh my god, that Joker looks delicious. Let me take a look at that Joker. Times 2 molt, this is times 001 molt per card discarded. Ooh. Go up to negative $20 in debt? Oh, that's devious. Another 40 trillion points to the flush. Me when I sell toilets. Me when I work in plumbing. The eye. No repeat hand types this round. Okay, I might be finished. I might be finished. Okay. Well, might as well pop it now. Why not? There's no way I'm making this, right? Like, okay, so if I run info. Oh wait, maybe that just means I can't repeat the hand. Hang on. Okay, so if I play this, then maybe I can do the flush next round. Right? Like maybe it's not that I can't repeat hands. Okay, never mind. That's really bad. Okay, might need to go back to doing my typical straight merchantry. Would need an 8 for this to work. Those aren't 8s. Do I have 8s? Are there 8s still? Yeah, there's 2 8s available, so I don't see why we can't squeeze one in here. Fuck off. And yeah, that's understandable. That's... What a flop. Go fuck yourself, Jimbo. I had to grab you by those little jingle bells of yours. Okay. So, the eye. That's one we'll have to look out for in the future. That being said, I think we've played enough for one night. This was a lovely game. I see why everybody was really hype about it back in the day, but I think we've had enough. I think it's time to just close up shop. It's a real shame that we couldn't draw more tonight, but you know, not really something we're in charge of. Not in this particular instance. My pen is still not charging, so I don't know. Either we'll get it back on Friday, which is going to be back when you know, that by then Art Fight will have already started, so that's going to be a little bit late to do anything, but honestly, I'm probably not going to participate in Art Fight that much anyway, so if it takes until next weekend, I will accept it as it comes. Yeah, I'm not gonna resent it, I'm not gonna panic about it, I'm gonna just go for it. Alright, in the meantime, take it easy everybody. Have a great have a good week. I will be probably not doing any of the co-working streams this week.